One of the big issues on uploading 1,000 videos on YouTube has been the matter of cameras. You know, I started out videography in my life many years ago, and I've taken a lot of video over the years. My little General Electric A1250 was really the workhorse of many years for me here before I really knew better about videography and things. The thing had good stabilization, and it did a pretty good job for my original uploads. But my real workhorse originally was the Logitech 9000 that you see here that's set up. And I have a love-hate relationship with the Logitech because although it's the video aspect is good, when I use the microphone that's built into the side of it to record here, it's all screechy, it's all blown out, the microphone, and unless I remember to periodically change the set to default, I've recorded many uploads where I had to re-record them because the sound quality was terrible. So in effect, for every upload that I uploaded at 1,000 successfully, there were probably 250 that never saw the light of day on YouTube because they had audio problems and that. So I eventually solved that by getting the ATR, the Audio Technica microphone here, and that's made all the difference in the world for the quality of my sound. I just always have to remember to set the default to the Audio Technica microphone, because I switch my equipment around, plug it in different places in the bedroom and out in the kitchen, and it wants to default back to the Logitech every time, so that's a problem. But this is definitely, these two have been the workhorse of morning uploads here. In addition, I went out and I guess the next camera that I really got for $22, and this really changed my life and led me to do a lot more of daily life uploads. It was the DCR DVD 650, the Sony, and I just absolutely love this camera. I wasn't crazy about the memory cards that you have to use in it, and they're a proprietary Sony one that goes in there, and they're a small little card, and they were sort of a, you can see them here, the what they call the Memory Stick Pros, and they were kind of a drag to have to buy them separately, because it's always nice to have common equipment. Once I got used to using it and formatting it, I loved it because optically it was so good, and it has the Dolby sound on it. Then I went out and I bought I got this one for a few dollars, the Panasonic SDR H79. And it's also been the workhorse of mine. I've loved it. Sometimes it struggles in bright sunlight and things, but I can put the wide angle zoom. It has the threading for the wide angle zoom on it, and I like the quality of it. Then I've gone out and I've gotten other cameras too. I got the Kodak ZI-8 for a few dollars. I got the Bloggy, but I've left the Bloggy down at Janet's house and really can't show that. But that's what I generally take on the road, is the Sony Bloggy, because it has the two-sided screen, so I can see myself when I'm walking along or when I'm riding in the car, so you never have to worry about if you're properly framed. You see the Kodak ZI-8 here. You really have to take it as an article of faith when you're pointing the lens at you yourself, that it's showing up properly in what would be the field of vision for the video camera. But the Kodak does amazing quality 720p, 1080p, and it really does a nice job for such a small camera. It's pretty fantastic. It'll never have the good zoom features, but it's been fun. I have another camera, the Panasonic SDR T70 that I've been working on trying to restore that. It's still a work in process. A little better standard definition. And then I went out and I got the Panasonic, the V100. I gradually swapped up for this by fixing other things and selling it on YouTube. This has the full 1920 by 1080. I did my moon zoom vids on it, the best one I got. I also took this to Reno, but accidentally recorded in the super high quality AVC HD, the super high quality, and I had all kinds of problems uploading that to YouTube, so I had to do conversion on the fly in Reno, and it really made it difficult. I have a few other cameras I just use for fun, and some of them are junk. I really like the Sanyo. The Exacti is a full HD. It takes 14 megabit pictures. I do take pictures a lot, but I don't upload them on YouTube. I'm doing a 1,000,000 photo diary here of my transgender life. And I've also used the Handycam, the DCR H26. This uses the mini tapes in it, and I haven't gotten the FireWire to upload what I've recorded on that. That was just for fun. It was basically free. I have a Vivitar, which is a pretty junky little camera, but it was $2. And I also have the Jazz DV151 recorder. And as I mentioned, you don't see the blog here. I have wide-angle lenses. Sometimes you want to capture wide-angle video. You know, when I'm doing cooking videos and things like that, it's better to get a wider view in the kitchen so you can encompass everything that's on the range and show people what you're doing. I also use stands when I'm out on Bikini Beach. You can't just sit the camera on the wall and hope that you have the right angle to record. I have to have a stand that's flexible and moves in a lot of different directions and things, and that's been a real workhorse too. Alright, so that is some of the gear that's helped me record and upload 1,000 videos. Needless to say, there's also constantly chargers running everywhere with batteries being charged because camera batteries wear down, and I have a whole room back here dedicated to chargers, and there's always a computer ready to go that's doing video conversions and all that. And I also have other chargers in here that are constantly going. We have one on the Panasonic battery on the charge now. But that's all the things that I've found that I need to do my uploads on YouTube, and been a lot of fun, and it's been a lot of exposure to a lot of different equipment. And I know some people will say, oh, it's crazy, you don't need all that equipment. You're right, I don't need it, but I want to have it. It adds to the enjoyment of the videography. I like particularly taking some of the old units and seeing what I can get out of them. And surprise, surprise, some of the older units like the Sony DCR DVD650, they've been the most usable units to me, in the SDR H79. Because they're flexible, they're easy to use. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure them out, and they take very good quality videos. All right, so thanks for watching. Those are the things that I think that have helped me do 1,000 videos up on YouTube, and I'm going to be using them for the next 1,000 too. Okay, thanks guys.